saw off one of the surfers that one guy's had his hand taken off. I've not actually seen anything himself, but just trying to get everyone in there now.
Is there a shark out there?
There's a shark out there, yeah. I think the guy's hand's been taken off, but that's all I know.
Yeah, a guy had his arm bit off by a shark. It was pretty gruesome.
Were you out there at the time?
I was on my way out, and as I'm paddling out, a guy shoots past me, and a couple other guys are behind him, going, "Get out! Get out! Get out! There's a shark." As we've all gotten in, there was one of the guys on the beach who ran up was a doctor. He tourniqueted his arm, and a bunch of us, like about 10 of us, all just put him on a softboard and carried him up the beach, and just waited for the ambulance. Pretty heavy. I mean, it won't stop you surfing. I mean, we're in the ocean. We're in with the sharks. That's a risk you take. I love to surf, and with that risk, I choose to swim with sharks, I guess.
Well, I was still out in the water when it all happened, and all I saw was the whole water cleared, everybody hopped out, and I was out there with another guy called Chris, and Jared was up a little bit further, and I didn't know exactly what had happened, but I looked at Chris and I sort of said, what's happened to everyone? Sorry about that. I said, heck, what happened to everyone? And he looked back at me and he didn't seem to know, and I said, maybe it's a shark, and he goes, possibly. He looked in on the shore, and there's about probably 15 guys all standing around helping someone on the ground. I immediately thought it might have been a broken neck or something like that, because it's quite decent sized waves, but it was kind of murky, and it was sort of a bit sharky out there. It felt it a little bit at least. So I caught a wave in. Soon after that, Chris caught a wave in, and we came up and we started talking to some of the guys in on the beach. And they carried him up on a foam surfboard, and sort of they were able to put the leg leash around his arm, wrap it up, and sort of just constrict so the blood flow wasn't so great. Try and help him out as much as they could. And one guy was apparently a doctor or something like that, and he was able to administer some sort of help in the situation. But as far as the surfer, all I know is that he somehow managed to paddle himself in, and there was blood sort of boiling out of the water around him, and one of the guys saw him and said that he yelled something like shark, and this guy had paddled himself all the way in. Must have been on a lot of adrenaline, before anybody else could get to him, and actually at the same time as everyone else got out of the water. To be honest, my reaction was in disbelief. I can't remember ever hearing of a shark attack down here or anything like this, so it's only even now just registering that there was an attack out there. But to be honest, there's always attacks. It's just that this time there was one on Bondi Beach.
I don't know, maybe 40 surfers on the water. I never believed that a shark can coming in this condition. I don't know what's happened with this shark, but it's a life. It's a shark, and we are happy that this guy is alive.
Will you go back out in the water while you're here?
No. After every surfer get out of the water, and I think for some days we don't come back. So his arm was cut like here, and his hand was grabbed with his skin. There is just the skin who takes the end, and there is a big cut all around his arm, and I take my leash and I put my leash around his arm, and I just stop the blood. I just stop bleeding, and I don't have anything to tell you. It's easy, but it's easy.
How did you know to do that? Just common sense, first aid sort of thing, or?
All the surfers know it. Yeah. Like I took my leash, so I asked him if he's good breathing. I asked him his name, where he live, where he working, what he do, I just try to speak with him for he keep his mind, but you know he has the eyes on the star, but he was in a like shock is I don't know the word. He was shocked, so but he was concentrate to breathing and for keep his mind. He was very brave.
Well, you've done a really brave thing tonight too.
I think if someone was brave tonight, it's him. You can believe me when you see this guy. When you can see this guy, it's very brave. This guy was. I'm impressed by his concentration, and we just stopped the bleeding. It's for a surfer. It's not normal. It's not. Yeah, it's normal for. We just help him.